Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Caleb Williams' first NFL regular season start. Fired up, locked in. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it an inexpensive, great way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So if you're wondering where all that great college football, all 22 is, it's probably over at the Quarterback School Patreon community. Hop over there, join, become a member. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Caleb Williams, the Bears, big win. Got to overcome your first overall pick quarterback here a little bit, and you got to overcome your boy 13. Now this one, first third down of the year. This sure looks like it's supposed to be a choice or option to Keenan Allen. It ends up being into, a borderline prayer here, going to your left, dangerous-ish as far as not necessarily the throw, but getting hit like this. We'll talk about this play kind of in general, but there are a lot of things to kind of try to make sense of. Again, you be the judge. Dangerous or just kind of what you're, I don't know. Not a great start though. That's for sure. Here, I'm going to call this a choice or option. Now, what does that mean? That means that every team run in, and then some teams allow you to take it to the post. Now, I want to say, I didn't go back and look, but I almost want to say that there was a point during the Hard Knocks where they said in the wide receiver room, hey, if you can take the out, okay. Lot to talk about in general in this video. I understand to 13. And I wanted it to be forced to 15 or forced to 2. The other part about this is this play is, I don't know what this route is supposed to be up top. And again, it's too early for this call. You guys aren't ready. Hollow, meaning that you're trying to gather the inside linebacker type to open it up for the option. And then usually it's paired with an in or a comeback over here. And if you don't like this, so not good, then come back and read this high-low. But he doesn't really have time. He's kind of gets his eyes down, the pocket squeezes on him, he's got to go. More for me than anything else here is, you be the judge here on 13 and the speed of whatever this release is. It just doesn't look like, in my mind, when I think of Keenan Allen Chargers, I think of quick, sudden, elusive, certainly more of a zone player, but had the ability to kind of win on these option choice routes. And again, he doesn't really have time to get back to Rome coming across on the shallow or whatever's supposed to be on the other side with more. Got to go. Just protect yourself. Don't take unnecessary risks. I don't know. I know that you're going to have to live on the edge to get the positive plays, but I think there's a time and place where if you can't finish the throw, let's just eat it and punt. Next one here. This is a brutal one. 3rd and 3. 13 down here is the number 1, a little down, out, and up, a little wheel. He certainly gaps him. This is a throw you simply have to make. There's no way around it. I will say, I think the thing that makes it even more frustrating for me is that I think he moves a little bit to trouble, and I feel like there was some interior pressure all day right here. The left guard gets walked back a little. That's just an excuse. We got to make this throw. Now, I think the part that, if you're in the quarterback room, okay, let's get past the point that we missed the big throw. Okay, I think it kind of rubs me even worse that, we said a couple weeks ago, we're nervous, whatever. Bro, it looks like you're jacked up and you have a post wheel like this. We'll call it a glance, a wheel. It doesn't really matter what you do. This happens first. I would say throw this in the progression. And so to me, as bad of the miss is worse. Okay. But kind of skipping the progression doesn't make me feel great either, because this to me is there with a big window on 3rd and 3. Just take this. That's an easy 3rd down throw to the glance or to the bang post. Boom, right there. Now again, he doesn't really look right out of his break. If he's got an over the top post, then it's not going to be less. Shuffles up, brings himself to trouble. Left guard gets walked into our lap, and we still airball it. And it's just one of those things where I think it's even more frustrating because of the I don't get nervous stuff. Just own it, man. Just say, yeah, I'm going to be really fired up. I'm excited. The film looks like he's crazy excited. We just miss it. Bummer. Next one here, 4th and 3. Again, 13 down here to the bottom. This is where it just felt like we were forcing him the ball. Now, this is a little bit better of a route. I'm used to calling this a little whip at the bottom. So fake like you're going across, come out of it. You've got everything else coming over the top of that. So this is a nice ball from Caleb right up on his face. It's a nice route from 13 too. He wins. Okay, you got to at least acknowledge the fact that the film shows right here. He creates a little bit of space. We win. If it's not there, you see more coming across on the over. So left, right. And again, that ball's right up on his chin. Outstanding. First, early in this game, it just felt like we were forcing the ball to Keenan Allen. And again, he's the number one on this play. You know, it's not his fault that they're calling these plays. So in and out, let him win. And then the speed over the top. So this just that simple of a play, and there's usually something else on the backside like a curl in case you go all the way across the field. But I love this. I think of this play as Kansas City Chiefs 8 and open on these plays. So I love that concept of it. It's outstanding. And if they trust 13 to win in these situations, good for you. Again, just because I want to be really clear, okay? Because people, man, you guys get in the feelings with this shit, okay? Just because this release isn't for me doesn't mean that it can't work. And what I mean by that is shuffle, open, slow, and he creates separation. Okay, it works right here. It's just not the world I would want to live in. I would want to live in a world where we're going to come up here, sell the slant, sell the shallow, and show you some ladder drills. This is not for me at the bottom. I'm glad it works. I'm glad we get a first down. I don't love forcing the ball to him early on. I love seeing more run across and win. I love seeing it looks like but all we can do is try to make sense of the film and the evidence that we're provided. And so for me here, feels forced. Again, for some reason, we also had a hard time catching the snap all day. Not sure if it's the left-handed spin or what, but it was funky. Nice throw, first down. Next one here, absolute brutal play. Ball's on the 25. We take a ridiculous sack. I think this play is actually worse on the All-22 than it was in the broadcast. It looked bad in the broadcast. And part of me, okay, first, understands that you're going to have negative plays with Caleb Williams because he is going to extend and create. That's just part of the deal. If you can't make sense with that, you're going to really, really struggle. I love it. Like, I love his capacity to extend and create. This is unacceptable on many levels. And I think it's worse on the All-22 because this is a screen. So when it's not there, right there, when he goes to create here, there's nothing to create. Once it's a screen, you throw it right here at the guy's feet, or you have to run. You can't get out there and try to make a play and throw it down the field here because we've got linemen downfield. So it's either skunk it or run it. So that's the part that you can't be a hero on. So it's unfortunate. And then you compare that, and absolutely that is the main problem with this play. Okay, don't get it twisted. Caleb Williams cannot take a sack on a screen like this. Cannot. The other, so I think of these screens as like glorified, so the play action, so we're faking something, and then we're going to screen it to them. Well, when you do this, I think of this as like elephants on parade. Okay, and elephants on parade is kind of a mean way to refer to the offensive linemen, but they basically got the gap to their left, the way that they're faking to. Right? So everybody has gap to their left. Well, this gap right here, just because there's nobody in there, doesn't mean that there won't be somebody in there eventually. So if he's lined up as the shade and he crosses face here, yeah, we'd love the center to take an edge off, but we can't just let him run by us. We've got to protect the integrity up front. And up front, the interior part of the offensive line, you know, a couple plays are getting steamrolled. Right here, they're not working together. For me, 64, you're going to let the shade destroy a screen play action? It doesn't make sense to me. And then we've obviously got to throw it away. It's just a dumpster fire. Next one here, little naked keeper. We're going to hit more up top, coming towards us at the bottom on an over. This is a great job from Caleb Williams. Great play fake, full stride out, beautiful in his face. He doesn't slow down. Full stride fastball. It's a great catch from Moore as well. I think these are one of those routes that Moore does really well where he can just get over there and use his speed. You know, I think of his route catalog as very similar to Debo. Like these types of routes, these are not like intricate stems. You can see him just like banana over there. That's just speed. Get there, run away, make a great catch, great ball skills. That's a nice chunk. Like this is one of those things where you're kind of, I was a little surprised that we had to wait till the second quarter to see something like this. Get him out on the move. We saw a bunch of these plays in preseason and go. You know, the only other thing I would add, and again, I know it's going to feel like I'm piling on, but it has more to do with choices of wide receivers. You're going to have 12, whatever, we'll say 12 with 13 and 2, and then you're going to have 12 with 15 and 2. So I just want 15 out there. And for these types of routes, if you don't want to burn this guy into the ground to run a glorified corner clear. Not only is he not fast enough, but you're just burning tread. Don't do this. Put 15 in there. Let him go in there and run fast down the field. Again, those are the things that just like over the course of a season, you know, wasted reps, wasted routes. Let the young guy go in there and run like that. All right, next one here, 3rd and 4. We're going to shift to 3-by-2 empty. Go to school on the shift. Who runs out there with him? Linebacker. Okay, it's man-to-man. We're going to get an inside fade up top by the number 2. And we're going to throw it. We're going to overthrow it. Our footwork's all over the place. And again, for a guy who doesn't get nervous, it sure looks like he's unnecessarily jacked up here. Watch the feet. Backwards, drifting, falling back. Overthrow. So not giving our guy a chance again on a big opportunity. I love the aggressiveness on 3rd down. I literally love it. There were opportunities for massive plays in this game. My thing here is you've got to be a little bit adaptive. And what I mean by that is whoever's right here, okay, I'm all about that life. So whether this is closed man or he comes all the way down and plays 0, it's man across the board. Now, if this is DJ Moore, I understand you saying, hey, that's our dude. We paid him. Let's go let him eat. But if it's not him, this matchup down here to the bottom is a no-brainer for me. Must throw ball to 15. So I don't love the decision on where to go with the ball. And then the footwork is obviously not it. The drop. 1, 2, 3, back. Again, wasted movement. Hit his back foot. Back hitch again. Gonna hard to be accurate like that. And again, just look at the bottom. I'm not saying he gaps him at the bottom, but that's a winner. We got winners all over the place. Regardless, we got to give our guy a shot down the field. That's 2 big home runs that we haven't even given our guys opportunities to. And both of the shots, I would say, are not to guys we want to get the ball to down the field. Rome's going to go up, make a ridiculous play, and fumble it. And luckily, someone else picks it up for us on the offensive line. I mean, just an absolute circus, right? Who knows what the hell's going on here? Up, great play there, fumble. I mean, get lucky. Holy God. Get lucky twice? Nice little punt, scoop, and score, and then a pick 6. So for me here, I'm used to calling this play a wrap in. There it is. I think of wrap in as a very good zone, everything but quarters play. So if this guy is a half field player, great. If he's, and then he turns this into like a bender when it's not versus middle field closed man or middle field closed, if I had to guess. Regardless, I don't think you can make this throw with this guy where he is. And you certainly can't make it at him. So it looks like Caleb drops back and thinks he's got that wrap in for sure. Like he's looking this hole down so that we can wrap this thing right behind it. But this guy has to take himself out by alignment. So it's just living on the edge for me, getting to honestly a little lucky, maybe interception. That safety, I mean, he's always right there, right? That's not a half field player. That's a quarters player up top. Drive that thing. Certainly could be intercepted. Go up and make a great play right there. Awesome play. Can't protect the ball. Fumble. Get on it. Thanks, big guy, for hustling down there, covering up on the convoy. Oh my God. I mean, just sum it up, right? That easily could be intercepted. Great play from Rome. Hold on to the ball. Better play right there. Next one here. 13 up top in the slot. Dropped. Touchdown. This is a bummer. This is a handoff of a throw. Again, I personally think this is probably a choice as opposed to like a true quick out or flat. It really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you got to catch it. Again, I've already said my piece about trying to force the ball to him for whatever reason. I'll also say that there were some, as you get into the all-22, and I don't care enough to go back to see exactly what the stats are. Maybe he got hurt. I don't know, but 14's in here a lot. Whoever's out here, it just felt like the personnel decisions felt weird. So again, if we're going to run what I'm used to calling like a little option here, must outside release go, this makes sense. It doesn't compute to me. They obviously know their guys. I think they do. But again, 13's run beautiful routes so far on that double move, and we got to throw a better ball too. So it goes both ways. It's just bad ball all around this first half. And to put a stamp on some bad ball, 3rd and 6, the very next play, this would be a touchdown to Keenan Allen up top on a little short post. But our center looks like he doesn't realize we're playing tackle football and get dump trucked right in our lap. We get another tipped ball. There were a bunch of tipped balls in this game. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily going to be a thing that's going to haunt Caleb Williams as far as the arm angles, being a 3/4 guy, mixing it up to get all these balls tipped. I don't think you can count on the center getting dump trucked, on a 3rd down for a touchdown. This is a 4-point block right here. Watch 53, pull the center. Boom. So, Jason, tell me again, why did you retire? Don't want to take a bull? Boom. Jesus. I mean, come on now. The interior of the offensive line, I don't know what the hell's going on there, but I know that teams will be salivating to put a bull on the center for the rest of the year. I mean, that is just way too easy. And again, watch Keenan Allen, easy score. We got this in the books. Hand it to him. Oh my God. He could have had two. I could be over here eating crow, multiple crow. He could have a 2 touchdown first half. Oh my God. I can't get past it. I mean, this is one of those ones where if you place offensive line, you do not want to see the film. They do not want to be in there watching this today. Especially, you see guys get dump truck like this, or, maybe he trips on the guard, which he does. I get it. He trips on the left guard. Okay. But like, you got to hunker down. You got to help us out. You got to be able to take that with some more. And he's the guy who hits the ball. So not only do you get dump trucked, and you're only going to know that you got, tripped by your left guard if you go watch it 8 times like we have. But I mean, that is just, oh, Jesus. Oh my God. Get to halftime already. To the channel, it means a lot to me. It is that time of year. So subscribe, get the videos. I appreciate it. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. Join, become a member, get even more Quarterback School content. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, the courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep. We even have an entire offensive system available for you. So hop over there and enroll. You can check out all the courses at the new Quarterback School website, theqbschool.com. Hop over there. Ask her to follow me across all social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. All right, 3rd quarter. Little option or choice down here. Your boy 13, the number 1, just not on the same page. Skunking it. It's some easy completions. We got to be on the same page. I mean, look at the body language here from 18. He doesn't even know what's happening as far as why they're not hooking it up. They're nowhere near the same page. You look at the spacing with Keenan Allen and Moore as well. I mean, again, what's he even saying here? When we go in, I want you to go out. Look at Williams. I want you to go out. I want you to go in. He goes, what? I want you to go throw it straight. Damn. I mean, it's one of those things, again, only those guys are going to be able to tell you what this is supposed to be, whether he's supposed to come in here and sit. But again, you just be the judge of the spacing here more than anything else. I'm not saying you have to force feed it, but why does it have to feel like it's once a series? That's just that. None of that's ever going to work. Space 85 looks damn good. Can't believe I'm going to bat for 85, being on the field more, getting more touches, but you got to. I don't understand that. I don't know what film they're looking at. Practice, he must be on like fast forward speed, because 85 looks good. He's not even on the damn field, and we're forcing balls and skipping balls to 13. Next one here, 3rd and 4. This is an excellent rep. Get DJ Moore going up top on the stop route. We play this with some anticipation. Get a little shock down here to the bottom. Beautiful throw, nice hookup. You know, the ball's maybe a little inside, so not quite maybe as precise as you would love to have the ball location. But again, I think of this type of route for DJ Moore as his strength. Playing to the quick suddenness, make a quick contested catch with your body, one-on-one. In the NFL, this is one of those routes where you just got to be able to win and hook this up. So again, you see the one-on-one up top outside the numbers. Catch middle field closed. That stop route to me is usually right around 9 yards. And the coaching point here is you want to come back down your stem usually, as opposed to you do not want to hinge out. Now the ball brings us a little bit inside here at the top of this thing. But again, I think we play it with a little anticipation, which I love to see. And again, I think you got to find ways to get this guy the ball. It's not one of those ones where you can just let he does. I don't think they ask him to do it. I'm not sure if he can or he can't. They definitely don't ask him to do it. But right here, win the one-on-one outside the numbers on a stop route. Anticipation, right? There he's throwing it. You can see they're hip to hip up top, right? Not a lot of space. The timing and the strength of DJ Moore hooks that up. So really well done. You know, if you're going to struggle on offense, I would want to struggle with that matchup. Let's keep force feeding that type of hookup. Next one here, this is an absolute shame. This is a beautiful route from Keenan Allen up top on the little sail. He's the number 2. So sell that over. I mean, he's wide open. We can't, you could punt the ball out there to him, but we can't hold up with 30. We've got to be able to hold up in the pass pro to get these things off. That's dialed up perfectly. I mean, that is made to order. I can say whatever I want maybe about who I would prefer to be in the game here as far as 15. But we've got the speed, taking the top off this thing. And then we're going to come out here, and you don't even normally this route, you get your eyes back right here to like sell the over, but it's so open, it doesn't matter. I mean, this is one of those ones where you turn on the film, it's just sickening. And all because we can't make this block right here, not even on a pass rusher. You know, on someone we got to be able to block. And again, maybe if you're being hyper overly critical to Caleb Williams, you say, hey, you've got to be able to, you know, do a fake, take a hitch and throw it. Hitch throw. That's just a bummer. Because I mean, every time I watch it, I feel like it gets more open. It would be an easy chunk. Again, those are the types of plays we're trying to get. Again, whether they're forcing it to, then maybe, you know, if I was talking to Caleb about footwork wise here at the top, you know, let's try to get lined up to the left. Again, is that lined up? No. That lined up, getting closer. Now we heel click, and now we're late, right? And I mean, he's not late. We take an L on the right, but the footwork, you could see here, a tighter, quicker base, he gets that up. And that's the difference. This is the difference. This is the NFL. Perfect base, throw it. Heel click, now we're late. A perfect example of what the problem with the heel click is. Heel click, arm hit. Damn. Next one here, 3rd and 20. This is just a huge bummer. I'm used to calling this play ocean, but it's basically everybody run a deep hook. But we can't pick up a stunt on the right side of the offensive line. And the center is just losing his mind. The center's trying to kill someone as opposed to just being part of the slide. I mean, y'all, if you're watching this video, you probably know the Chicago offensive line depth better than I do. But it feels like every time I watch the Bears, I'm complaining about someone on the interior of the offensive line. That is just losing your fucking skull, trying to earhole somebody as opposed to keeping the integrity of the slide, picking up the stunt, anticipating the stunt. I mean, I'm not saying 15 is going to get the ball here over the ball, but Keenan Allen might. This is one of those plays where everybody runs this type of play. Everybody runs this type of play. And it's a good zone forever yardage call. So you're going to run over the ball, and this is usually the 1. And then kind of like Hank, it's wherever the squeeze comes from on that over the ball hook, then you've got these corner stops or 7 stops on the outside. So if you feel the squeeze come from this side, then you would come work here too. Same thing down here. If you feel the squeeze here, then you would come work over here too. Again, you can see the space of this thing, but we never have enough time to be able to do this. It's just never going to happen when our center loses his skull like that. I mean, look at Keenan Allen. He hasn't turned around yet. We're in the grasp. Got no chance. Next one here, this a little dash right, and we're just going to miss a flat. You know, Bill Belichick is laughing. Not accurate. Okay, just simply nowhere near the standard that he set for himself, Caleb Williams. You can watch his reaction here, right? Like he knows it. He's skipping. You know, it's like that right now. So it'll be interesting to see how he bounces back and learns from this. I don't think there's any reason to think he won't. I don't think I can overstate how much I like a lot of the design. Like this to me is dash, where he's sealing the edge, he's in the flat, and usually you have big shots down the field. Usually you can run like a slant on the backside or a quick out and say, hey, if you like this as an alert, you can take it. Otherwise, we're going to be rolling out, getting on the run with this stuff. I don't think they showed dash in the preseason. So they've been sitting on this, waiting for it. It's there. Get an easy completion to the flat. You can see the big play down here, right? They're running Keenan Allen again. And we just simply miss a flat going to the right. And I mean, this is what he does, right? He throws great on the run. I don't think anybody is going to, argue that. And we're missing that. It's not even on the screen. Damn. Next one here, 3rd and 13. We're going to work Rome over the ball. He's the number 3. I would imagine, I'm not going to bus drive 15 here, but it sure looks like he opens up and falls inside. Like he tries to trick the quarterback. So watch where he stops. So Caleb's already throwing it right there. He expects him in most offenses when you run this sticks play to, at minimum, you want to come back to the quarterback. That's the path you come back. What you can't do is stop here and then, old school button hook or like Captain Hook this thing this way. You got to come right back to it because he's already throwing it, right? Like that's anticipation. Now, the bummer part about this is it's 3rd and 13. He's not even going to get the first down regardless. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. But you can see how he's throwing it where he is. Rome wide turns that thing, and now he can't make that catch. And again, just look at you can tell there's frustrations bubbling with 18. Tough. And if it's not there, you usually read this thing inside out. So no to Rome, no to Keenan Allen, yes to what's normally a comeback down here to the number 1. Whatever the hell that's supposed to be. So, I mean, just absolutely not on the same page anywhere. Next one here, 3rd and 10. Really nice job from Caleb Williams here, using his legs to get a first down. Now, this looks like they're trying to work dagger up top, and it's taking too long. And it's really taking too long at a few different spots. But the interior of the offensive line, right guard here, guys, 71. I mean, first of all, do they have a rotation going on inside, which is ridiculous? And then for these guys to keep getting fucking dump trucked like this, it's embarrassing. As a unit, it's embarrassing. Great job right here from 18. Using his legs, quickness, nose for the first down. I mean, at this point, you feel like he almost wants to run through someone's soul. In addition, furthermore, 13 down here at the bottom, this is not for me, this release. It looks like he's getting lapped by 5 yards by the guys up top. So just nothing. Dump trucked right guard. Got to go create. Again, when that route comes open, so that up top, the number 1, he's running the in. I mean, Caleb's already moved and his eyes are down before that route's even close to coming open. You got to hit this 1,000 miles an hour to clear that thing out. You got to hit this 1,000 where we're trying to throw. You got to flush that thing out for the next guy. Just, I don't know, man. And again, when you have a game like this, you're going to get frustrations like this on a number of plays. Nothing's easy out there. Obviously, the Titans get paid too, but the Bears aren't doing themselves any favors on kind of the execution, what they're asking. Again, 14's out there for some reason. That right guard, though. I mean, this guy doesn't get tripped, does he? That's just getting absolutely thundered bench press to the chest. That's not even a real bull, is it? He doesn't even hit him with his head. He just bench presses him to the ground. Good God. Regardless, nice job from 18 here. Hit the brakes, get vertical, get a first down. All right, to start the 4th here, we've got 3rd and 2. It sure looks like we're going to throw that spear or arrow screen down here to DJ Moore at the bottom for an easy first down. Prayer up. It sure looks like 13 is hurt here as he bounces around. Probably goes right to the blue tent. We got to be able to catch a snap. Again, I mean, part of it, right? You're going to get out, extend, create, but you can't have to extend, create when you've dropped the snap. Like, it's got to be because someone takes a physical L or, you know, making up for a mistake somewhere else. You can see the screen down here to the bottom. DJ Moore, the number 3, a little flat. It's going to be an easy first down. And again, I think you don't want the guy to get hurt the first game of the season. You don't want the guy to get hurt ever. And he gets hurt because he's doing some crazy ass route because we dropped the snap. So just executing the offense keeps him healthy. It's just, you know, at this point, you almost feel like you just want to get out of this game. Now, the fact that they get out and win is a tribute to the rest of the team, the special teams, and the defense. But offensively, this is, you know, painful. Next one here, another screen gone wrong. So we're trying to throw a screen to 15 down here to the go crazy arm angle here, as opposed to just going up and over this guy. Even if he jumps, throw a hand grenade, get it up and over to the screen. Now, again, it's a bit of a, you know, Keystone Cops out there because Rome trips the left tackle. I mean, you just can't get right. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. I feel bad. Like it shouldn't be this hard. Again, I think Caleb kind of makes try to wrap it around this guy to right here, as opposed to I think most guys would just go, okay, there's nobody over there. Going to seal. I want to say earmuffs, but it's shockingly poor execution in the trip. There's guys on the ground all over the place. Just nothing about it looks like what you would imagine, like a high level, you know, loaded, exciting offensive perimeter and unit to look like. Dudes on the ground too much, too many tipped balls, just a bummer. Motion around, and they just, you know, Titans have a huge defensive communication issue. So nice job by Caleb just being able to see it. I'm not sure there's anything here, you know, defensive adjustment wise that says that this is going to be open, but it's so wide open. Don't miss a layup. You know, the way things are going today, you almost really poor defense, really poor communication, starting quads, motion behind, whatever you want to call that. I'm used to calling it ghost. Behind, not there. And again, if you were to work up top to the snag or spot, you know, it's probably not going to be there. Although it is nice to see 85 in the game. Trying to work what? DJ Moore on the quick slant? Not going to be there probably. Nice job. Easy walk in. You know, end on somewhat of a positive note. But man, that was way harder than it had to be. And really fortunate for the rest of the team to pick them up because offensively, they did not play well enough to win. So that is a wrap. Caleb Williams, the Bears, obviously better to win than to lose. Get that out right from the jump. But from there, not the performance that we're looking for. I thought Caleb Williams looked unsettled, didn't look comfortable, looked like he was geeked up, like everything was overthrown. Things were forced a little bit to unique places for me. I would love to see 2 and 15 get more touches. I'd love to see Caleb be able to get on the edge a little bit more. When he was out there, he felt like he settled down a little, but really the whole game felt out of sorts. And so some way to either bring in the other guys into it more or to just settle down a little bit because there were opportunities there. There's no doubt about it. There were opportunities there. But for whatever reason, either not playing well enough at certain positions, struggling up front, interior, comprehensively, nowhere near good enough as an offensive unit. It will be fascinating to see more. It has to get better. I'm confident saying it will get better. It will be interesting to see how they tweak it, how they look. I would guess that 15, 85, and 2 get significantly more prominent roles in what they're asking them to do, especially teams' touchdowns, defensive touchdowns, every single week. Regardless, I'm excited to see him in the league, excited for the Bears kind of fan base to feel what it's like to have the energy around their offense. Hopefully now, not just the energy, but the performance moving forward. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.